stories and the heart-pounding moments as the mushers and their incredible dogs race to glory. 19 News, your home for UP 200. This February, we're ready to mush. Coverage of the UP 200.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Michigan lawmakers are tackling tough decisions on funding for schools, roads, and senior care. Plus, construction on Ludington Street in Escanaba picks back up this spring. New parking, a bike lane, and more are in the works. We'll have the details. And we tag along with the Marquette Sheriff's Office's dive team to get an inside look at their ice rescue training. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. Pretty pleasant out there right now. What do you have for us?
Yeah, good evening, Kevin. Things are on the quiet side. We're not seeing too much snow, and we are looking towards and looking forward to some warmer temperatures. Not quite just yet, just a few more days until a real improvement, but there's a few snowflakes flying around. Other than that, temperature is pretty comfortable and seasonal into the lower 20s, 27 down to Escanaba, 21 for us, 24 out to Ironwood. We'll start the day tomorrow morning with some sunshine and into the teens, but like I said, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a warm up and setting up for a really nice holiday weekend, so make sure to stay tuned for all those details.
Kelly, thank you very much. Michigan lawmakers are beginning work on the state's next budget, and early warnings suggest it could be one of the most challenging in years. State budget officials say lower general fund revenue and changes to federal programs like Medicaid and food assistance are creating billions in new cost pressures. The recommendation would use some reserve funds while keeping major programs like universal pre-K, community college scholarships, and long-term road funding. The proposal also includes property tax relief for some seniors and pay raises for home care workers to help more older adults stay in their homes.
At its core, this proposal is about helping seniors remain in their homes, maintain independence, manage rising costs with greater certainty.
Lawmakers will spend the next several months negotiating before a final budget is approved. The city of Escanaba started a major construction project through the downtown last summer, with the rest to be completed this year. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons tells us what locals can expect.
In 2025, the city reconstructed Ludington Street from 2nd through 6th Streets. In 2026, work will resume on 6th, continue to 9th, and potentially go on even farther.
We have high hopes of going from 9th through 16th. If everything goes as we hope. And all the work would be mandated to be completed by September 14th.
The full extent of the work is dependent on funding.
We're not 100% sure that the funding is going to carry us from 9th to 16th yet. We are currently bidding it. We're still very hopeful that the grant money will cover that. We are certain from 6th to 9th Street, it's already contracted and agreed upon.
Residents are currently seeing and utilizing the results of last year's construction, and this year's promises to be more of the same.
Full water main replacement, sanitary sewer, storm, complete streetscape restoration, just like the other portion. We would intend to go from 9th to 10th on the full scope of streetscape, and then everything past 10th would be a reduced sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and lead service line replacements with minimized curb and sidewalk issues.
Still in development are plans that aim to benefit cyclists and help motorists find places to leave their cars while they visit downtown businesses. There's
supposed to be a bike lane. They're supposed to add some parking. Handicap parking will tweak a little bit too, but I think everyone's going to be excited and happy when it's done.
Work is set to begin once the winter frost clears. It's going to involve a lot of coordination between the city's utility departments, but officials say it will be worth any inconvenience in the long run.
I expect the residents of Escanaba to be overwhelmed with joy on what we get at the end of this project, despite it going to be very chaotic and disruptive on Ludington Street. I just hope they're patient with the construction that's coming.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
The Marquette County Sheriff's Department dive team held their annual ice rescue training today on Teal Lake in Negaunee. Scuba diving in these harsh conditions is a valuable training tool because people falling through the ice happens far too often and can be deadly. Although this kind of diving looks uncomfortable, the divers are actually fully protected from the cold.
We are in a full dry suit, full face mask, so there's actually no part of the diver that actually touches the water. Now with ice operations, we want to make sure we don't have a lost diver. So what we do there is we always have them carabinered into a rope at all times.
Larson says the best way to avoid needing an ice rescue is to stay off the ice without knowing its thickness. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly lets us know how conditions are looking as we inch closer to the return of the UP 200. And fireworks on Capitol Hill today as Attorney General Pam Bondi faced tough questions about the delays in the Epstein files and the high-profile names tied to them. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. when we come back.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
New Friday, February 27th.
Looks like I'm officially Boston PD.
Danny and Lena are 2 of the best detectives in Boston.
9mm Glock in the desk drawer.
You know these guys. They're going down with them.
The badge that you wear connects us to a family that is much bigger than us.
So what do we got?
Now you know where I got it from.
Boston Blue is all new CBS Friday, February 27th and streaming on Paramount+.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
I'm Gail King with CBS Mornings. We're here for you in the Upper Peninsula. This is now home for CBS WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here. It's our big winter sale. It's the best time of year to buy a new mattress. Every bedding company is offering their lowest prices of the year. You'll save on every model from Tempur-Pedic, and every model from Stearns & Foster, and every model of Sealy Posturepedic, and every model from Serta, and every model of Shunk bedding that's made special for me. They're all here for you to try, and they're all at big discounts. You'll save on power adjustable bases too. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We are moving and grooving through the week as we inch closer to the start of the UP 200 and then a holiday weekend. So lots of fun on the way pretty soon and warmer weather soon as well. Doppler Max showing a few snowflakes flying around the Marquette and Munising area, but we're not going to see too much more. We got just shy of an inch of snow for today, high temperature of 21. The average is 24. So I said we're going to be shifting gears and trending above average, but you have to wait just a little bit longer. Colder temperatures continue before they can return to this warmth. So first warning weather futurecast showing some clearing in the skies. Going to be seeing some sunshine for your Thursday and then maybe a stray snowflake for Friday. Not really seeing too much. You might get some the further east that you go, but then we part ways, part skies, and clearing out for a really nice weekend. This is the snow possible for now through Thursday night. Not much, probably about a half of an inch or less, and especially if you're out to the Ironwood area or the western half of the Upper Peninsula, we're really not going to see much. And you know, just an inch of snow at this point is just another day at this point in the winter. And the UP 200 begins on Friday. This is a highly anticipated event. We're excited for it. Going to be seeing some warmer temperatures, but not too warm. It's warm in the perspective of what we have been seeing. So we'll take the 30s and the 40s in this forecast, but specifically for this event later in the evening on Friday, we'll be around freezing with some breeze, and then we'll cool it down a few more degrees by the time we get to the start of the midnight run. The ceremony's opening, the opening ceremonies is at 6:30. We'll have more updates on the forecast closer to Friday, and then we advance to a holiday weekend, a 3-day weekend with President's Day in there. And overall, I think it's a solid A of a weekend between the temperatures being in the lower 40s and snow-free for the most part. When we get to President's Day itself, we might have a few wet snowflakes, so I'd put a few drops with the possibility of a little bit of an isolated rain-snow mix. But other than that, not impressed by much that's going to want to happen, because we will be trending well above average for the temperatures, and also going to be seeing a lot of high pressure moving in. So things are setting up for a nice quiet week, at least once we get to next week. But this is the jet stream showing you this surge of warm air that's going to come up, and a lot of the portions of the U.S., the East Coast, they're going to benefit from this warm up, and it won't quite reach us as intense, but we are going to be seeing the jet stream push up and it allow for some warmer temperatures, especially once we get to next Tuesday and Wednesday. So once you clear this weekend, you're probably already going to be happy with the 30s and the 40s. It's going to be a good relief from that extreme cold that we felt, and then you get to next week and it's really going to feel like a taste of spring. So once we clear tomorrow, temperatures start to rebound, and then we're in the 40s for the start of the UP 200. We'll keep the 40s to President's Day and then coast through the mid-30s with a few flurries returning to the area.
Kelly, thank you again. It was a heated oversight hearing today for the Justice Department and Attorney General Pam Bondi on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers pressed Bondi over delays in releasing the Epstein files and redactions within them. WZMQ 19 Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon recaps the lengthy hearing for us tonight.
The DOJ needs to do its job.
That was the message from survivors and victims of sex offender Jeffrey Epstein just before an hours-long and tumultuous Department of Justice oversight hearing.
I am deeply sorry for what any victim has been through, especially as a result of that monster.
In November, Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which gave the DOJ just 30 days to release all documents and files, with very few exceptions. Democrats and some Republicans have criticized the slow rollout. Attorney General Bondi was pressed Wednesday about high-ranking administration officials, including Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and others being named in the files.
I barely had anything to do with that person.
Was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes, this is pathetic.
Bondi frequently responded to Democrats on the committee, asking why they had taken no action to release the files when they had the majority and the White House. The Attorney General also touting a nationwide decline in crime rates and drug overdoses.
And we want to help every city in this country who wants and asks for President Trump's help.
The hearing, however, coming just hours after a federal grand jury in Washington shot down the DOJ's indictment of Senators Alyssa Slotkin and Mark Kelly over a video urging service members and intelligence officials to disobey any illegal orders.
He's counting on us to feel weak in the knees and to bow out. And I think that's why we went the opposite direction, was to say that point directly to the president.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Coming up next on Insights, we're talking with the Marquette Lions Club about an upcoming fundraiser for a good cause. We'll have the details after the break.
Today's seniors are enjoying life more than ever before, and part of that comes from the independence of driving.
However, car insurance for older drivers becomes more expensive the older we get.
Just because I'm a senior, and maybe you are too, do we really have to pay outrageously high insurance rates? Well, the answer is no, we don't.
When was the last time you checked to make sure you're paying the lowest available rate? Well, maybe it's time to give your car insurance a tune-up, just to make sure your rates are running properly.
You change your oil, you change your tires, well, maybe it's time to change your car's insurance company.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
So the only way to really know if you're paying too much is to call the number on your screen.
1-800-236-0685. 1-800-236-0685.
You'll speak with a licensed insurance agent. They may have an insurance plan that could lower your yearly premiums by hundreds of dollars.
Seniors can save money on their car insurance.
So call right now and find out just how much money you might be able to save.
Come on, call now.
You may be able to save a lot of money, maybe hundreds of dollars a year. Just call the number on your screen and speak with a licensed insurance agent.
Yes, it is possible for seniors to save on car insurance. You could lower your premiums by hundreds of dollars a year.
As a responsible driver, you always check your gauges, right? And you check for other cars and pedestrians. You check your oil and you check your mirrors.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates. You need to make sure that you're not paying more than you need to. Call the number on your screen right now.
1-800-236-0685. 1-800-236-0685.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, the Marquette Lions Club is hosting an event to raise funds for Leader Dogs for the Blind. Here to share the details is Gretchen Preston. Gretchen, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, first of all, I want to talk about this organization's, the Dogs Leading the Blind. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, it's called Leader Dogs for the Blind. It was started in 1939 by 3 members of the Lions Club in Detroit. So we go way back with training guide dogs. We provide guide dogs for people who are blind or deafblind free of charge. Orientation and mobility, that's the white cane like I have here. Training, and then we have a summer experience camp for visually impaired and teenage people who are having vision problems. And I think the greatest thing about our organization is 100% of all of our services are free.
That is fantastic, absolutely. And we have an event coming up on Sunday as well. Tell us about that.
We do. We're fortunate here in Marquette to have 2 Lions Clubs. The Marquette Lions Club, which is the oldest Lions Club in Michigan, and then we have recently been joined by a second Lions Club, the Marquette Arts, Music, and Wellness Lions Club. It's a group of musicians and artists who are promoting healing through the power of music and art, and they are providing live music for our Dance for the Dogs event.
All right, excellent. So what are the people showing up? What else can they expect other than the live music?
Well, they need to come on Sunday afternoon, the 15th of February, to the Elks Lodge at 127 West Front Street, and come on in. $5 for an individual, $10 for a family. Totally kid-friendly event. It's going to be so fun. The music is going to be rocking. The dance floor is going to be hot. We've got, courtesy of the Marquette Lions Club, a really nice raffle. We've got free snacks. The Elks are going to have their bar open. So we're going to be rocking on Dog Weekend right here in Marquette.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. We have a couple other guests here in the building with us today as well. If we want to pull them up on the camera and tell us about who your guests are here.
Well,
Gretchen.
we have 3 other guests here with us. Lion Pam Miller from the Marquette Lions Club. She is a puppy raiser for Leader Dogs for the Blind and also the puppy counselor for the Puppy Future Leader Dog and Training program we have here at the Marquette Branch Prison. She's escorted today by her current dog that she's puppy raising, baby Spoons, 5 months old. Also, we have Doug Davis with us. He is the president of the new Marquette's Art, Music, and Wellness Lions Club. He will also be performing along with other members of that Lions Club on stage at the Elks Lodge on Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m.
All right, excellent. And since we have Spoons here, let me ask you, how long does it take to train Spoons or any other similar dogs for this type of work?
Well, Spoons will be with their puppy raiser, in this case Pam, for about a year. We are currently looking for puppy raisers. If people are interested in learning more about raising a puppy, they just need to go to leaderdog.org and hit Raise a Puppy, and they'll learn all about it. But you have the dog for about a year, or you can do our share program, which Pam has been involved with, where her last dog she raised for the first 6 months, and then the dog she had to go to prison.
Oh, no.
And she actually just left the Marquette Branch Prison today, being successfully puppy raised, and was headed down to Leader Dogs for the Blind in Rochester Hills to begin her harness training. And she'll be doing the harness training for about 5 months, and then usually when they're between 20 and 24 months old, they actually, when they're all ready to go, then they get issued to a blind or blind deaf client and spend 3 weeks. The dog's training the human how to work with a guide dog.
Gotcha. All right, Gretchen, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming in today. Great to meet you, and looking forward to a great Sunday.
Thank you. Well, everybody come down and join us Sunday afternoon at the Elks Lodge, 1 to 4 p.m. We're going to rock the place.
Sounds good to me. Gretchen, thank you again, and we'll be right back with Creature Feature after this.
The greatest to ever play the game return to finish what they started.
Welcome to Survivor 50. I wanted one more shot to play the game that I fell in love with 25 years ago.
I want to win against the best of the best.
I chickened out at the final tribal.
Season 50, it's an honor.
Light your torch.
I've got some unfinished business.
Be part of history.
I have more to play for this time. Bigger than ever.
Survivor 50, CBS Wednesday, February 25th, and streaming on Paramount+.
You know, Hard Rock is built on service, from that first cafe to hotels and casinos around the world. That's why on the Hard Rock Bet Casino app, service still comes first.
When you want to withdraw your money, it's secure. Get paid in 30 minutes or less.
When you need help, it's available 24/7. Real service, based right here in the U.S.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here in Michigan. Roll with us.
New customers get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus plus 200 bonus spins.
It's Valentine's Day here at the Happy Place,
And we're loving on everybody.
Plus, does Mama still got it?
Never lost it. From Love is Blind, Nick and Vanessa Lachey.
20 years, what is the secret? Flowers on national TV.
Then brush up on dating etiquette on J-Hood.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hired many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. It's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back, Easton.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. No live animal today, but we do have something in. Tell us what you have today.
Yeah, so I have a statue of a sea lamprey, one of the most invasive animals that Michigan has ever known. The reason I wanted to bring this up today is because I was approached by some college students that were asking about animals, and I was like, oh yeah, I have some like animals that are invasive, like, you know, sea lampreys around here. And they're like, what's a sea lamprey? I'm like, so maybe I got to talk about that. But honestly, as much as people hate these guys, I think they're fascinating.
Yeah. Well, they're very creepy looking.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. See if you can show the camera the teeth there too, and tell us what they do.
Yeah. So these guys are parasitic. They will live in our waters. They start out as larvae in riverbanks, and then they'll go turn into transformers. Transformers go from larvae to adulthood. Then they exit from the river to the lake, where they'll start to suck onto fish, and they'll they'll basically, when they suck onto a fish, their teeth cut into them and leave a little like cookie cutter mark, almost kind of like a cookie cutter shark. But unfortunately though, since they're invasive, our fish don't know how to deal with that. Right. So their cuts get really infected and the fish usually pass away. So DNR's been trying to down their population to the point where they completely like eliminate them. Unfortunately, so far, we haven't been able to completely eliminate them, but we have been able to shorten their population to a point where they're not as big as a threat as usual.
Gotcha. But how big of a threat are they to the natural ecosystem that we live in, Easton?
If we were to leave them unchecked, they could probably wipe out most of the fish species in the lake right now. Yeah, at least that's my belief. Invasive species, they're not supposed to be here. Right. And when they are here, they disrupt in many ways. Like we have, I think domino beetles are what they called. Those guys eat through trees. I'm trying to think, Florida has iguanas. People have seen that on TikTok recently. They're freezing over because of how cold it is. Once an invasive animal enters, if it doesn't cause a lot of harm, it's typically not labeled as invasive, just not native. But if it causes a lot of harm, like a sea lamprey here, it's pretty harmful. Right. They entered the lakes around, I believe, 200 million, or not 200 million. They've been around for 300 million years or more. They're dinosaurs practically. They're closely related to sharks actually, not fish. A lot of people get that mixed up. If you were ever to touch one, you know that they're really slimy. You're not really supposed to touch them because the DNR is supposed to take care of them. Right. But they're almost like a frog if it was coated in like a bucket of mucus. Like your hands will be all slippery and they'll have like a yellow coat to them, almost kind of like you spilled iodine on your hands. But they've been in lakes for around, I believe, 200 years. They came, if I remember my history right, I might be wrong about this, the DNR can correct me, but they came with trades that went through this, I'm not very good at my geography, but there's a river system. It's a really popular one, and I'm blanking on it right now, and my historian friends are really gonna beat me on this, but basically these trade boats came in and the sea lampreys were apparently attached to them. And when they got to the Great Lakes, they separated from the salt water to the fresh water, which is Yorahay, I believe is how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing that really wrong. That means that they can live in both freshwater and saltwater. And most fish and aquatic species that do that can only do it for a small amount of time. Sea lampreys love the Great Lakes. It's perfect here. I mean, it's nice and cold. They're from the northwestern Atlantic, so it's really cold in those waters. But while they're attaching to fish here, it's like an endless food supply that doesn't know they're dangerous. There's no real big predators. The larva sea lampreys will be preyed on by pike and bass and stuff. But once they get to adulthood, we don't really have anything nice to eat this. I mean, we've actually tried in the past. Humans were like, oh, what if we use them as a food source? You know, they're prolific breeders. They'll be all over the place. They really are gross. Like, I mean, I don't know if anyone's here has had like snails or anything or escargot. Tastes like escargot. I think it's pretty, pretty slimy.
All right, Easton. I think that's all the time we have, my friend. Always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you
Thanks
too.
Thanks again for coming in, and we'll be right back with a final look at weather.
We spend 1/3 of our lives in bed. Invest in that time with a quality mattress from Household. With top brands for all budgets in our new mattress gallery, you can get the sleep you need to refill your cup and be ready for the day. Stop by Household today, where we sell sleep.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also, try O'Keeffe's Skin Repair Body Creams.
When you have a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter.
House spring?
You know it. Put a spring in your step. Health Spring.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. You can't do that if you're just sitting in a chair reading about what other people have found. What do you think of that? Why? There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
I'm managing a business, and we have a lot of kids. First National's online banking makes it easier to keep everything together. We can do mobile check deposits, and our recurring bills are just automatically withdrawn. Our son is getting ready to head to school, and with our accounts linked, we can easily transfer him funds, and we can monitor his spending. The time that we spend together is most important to me. First National mobile app makes that happen. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Learn more at fnbimk.com.
Live outside Marquette County? Every day, recycling is free at Recycle 906. Bring your cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. One day, one trip, a cleaner Upper Peninsula. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Half a century has gone by since we first opened our doors at Household, and we want to say thank you to all the customers that have chosen us since 1971, and welcome those that will continue to make our household their home for home furnishings.
In a final check of your forecast, just a few stubborn snowflakes around, and that will be continuing for the next 24 hours or so. That's what we're seeing into the Marquette area and into Munising. And then tomorrow, high temperatures reaching the upper 20s. The climb begins for those temperatures to get to the 40s. I'll have more updates on your forecast later tonight.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, the UP 200 silent auction is now open through Sunday. Around 50 items are up for bidding this year, including local artwork, gift baskets, puppy gear, and more. All items can be viewed at the Marquette Holiday Inn, with 24-hour bidding exclusively taking place online. All funds raised will go back to the UP 200 for a majority of its trail and checkpoint supplies. That's all the time we have for right now, everyone. We'll catch you back here later tonight.
Lily Broadcasting stands with the people of Iran.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now. The intense